Welcome to Beyond the Rift. I'm your host, DMbrandon, and this is a show where we talk all sorts of things about Smite, community-wise, pro-wise, whatever we feel like talking about this evening. We have all sorts of interesting topics on the docket for you this evening. I'm joined, of course, by RevilZero, who is my remote co-host today because he is in another state. Yeah.
Yes, I am up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Yes, and wow, did you drive or fly?
Fly.
Okay.
Oh yes, that drive, so harsh.
That'd be terrible. Anyway,
Yeah.
And of course we have Mini Cooper over in the top left. Hi, Cooper. How you doing?
How's it going?
Fine, good. And joined tonight is DMbrandon in his lovely, glorious, always ever so ecstatic and exciting self. And then, of course, Scytheman with the hair. He likes to make hair look good. There we go.
Yes,
Yeah, straight.
Yeah. All right. So, on our list of things to talk about are things that I don't know at the very second because I don't have the topic list pulled up, but I'm getting it right now. And, of course, there we are. Patch notes. I mean, we have the patch notes of the week. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, of course, this whole, we got a new god.
Yeah, we did have a new god, didn't we? It's been 2 whole days, and so it's not new anymore, and I forgot all about it, and it's just terrible. 2 whole days, and so it's not new anymore. Oh, my God, who put the stream on this thing? Terrible. Oh, God. There we go. People putting the stream on the frickin' forum so it plays when I start it. Anyway. So Isis is a very interesting and new, very magical, annoying god. How many of you guys think she's just outright broken? And how many of you guys think she's just fine?
No, not broken.
Okay.
Fine. I haven't had a chance to play her much, so.
Scytheman, what do you think?
So tell... Yeah.
Slightly on the strong side.
Slightly on the strong side. Okay, why do you think she's slightly on the strong side, and then DMbrandon can dispute it, because that's what we like
Just
around here.
rip apart everything I say, as I expect of Diem. It's just... It's something with all of the gods they'd like to label support in this game. It's just, they're incredibly strong early, great pushers, and then they have all types of weird kind of transitions in the mid-late game. But I think her kit as a whole is kind of put together sort of in the way of the Agni Poseidon, where it's got a little bit of everything, and it comes off as exceptionally strong. She's a great fucking poke with that one, the most obnoxious thing I've ever dealt with in lane. That stun is great, long range, not incredibly slow. 2-second silence, I think, right? Something like that with Shred. Yeah. Just an all-around good kit. And all around good for a team. The only problem is, I think, but I've said this about a lot of gods, so it really doesn't matter anymore. Just that early game poke is kind of ridiculous, especially mid. I mean, it almost feels like free poke because she can sit so far back with it and she moves so quickly that there's really no chance of minions turning around on you. But you could hit the god with every wave and just get out scot-free.
All right, Brandon, go for it.
So I've been playing her. I did side lane probably 5 or 6 games, and then another 5 or 6 games on another account from smurfing just to see what she feels like at lower levels, and then did mid 5 or 6 games on my normal account and 5 or 6 games on my smurf account as well. And from what I've understood, her pushing is unbelievable, amazing, probably the safest, strongest push in the game. I really don't think another god has the same pushing potential. Maybe Ra, but at the same time, Ra kind of puts himself in a bad situation when he does it. The only issue is that she doesn't really have an escape mechanic. So I have found that you can just kill her a lot. Like if you see her inside, like in mid, she's good. She has ways to kind of weasel out of mid, but in side lane, if you kill their melees before they kill yours, you can just kill her. And I really haven't found a way to get her out of danger, and I really haven't found a way to to let her out of my grasp. Every time I've wanted to kill her inside lane, I've went for it, and I've succeeded. And I have fought some good players who have been using the character, so I think the character is a little bit weak right now. If you put her in side lane with a DPS, then they have very little CC and very little way of peeling, so she winds up dying. And if you put her in side lane with a support, then they don't have any damage, and she winds up dying anyway. So I think the squishiness of the character is unrivaled. I think she is the most susceptible to death and ganks in the entire game as it stands right now. In terms of damage, her damage is great. Her team fight potential is amazing. I think a lot of people aren't realizing that you don't really need to stand near the staff. If you want to jump up and put the staff down and then completely run out of the fight, you can almost play her like an assassin. I have found the most success in team fighting when I've played her similarly to someone like Bastet, where I jump around the side of the jungle, put the staff down, cast my 1, throw the stun in there as fast as possible, and then run away and pretend like I was never a part of the fight. When I've tried to play her like a normal mage, maybe trying to poke from the back like Agni, I feel like my damage is very low. So you really kind of need to put her in weird situations, and I think she's going to take a lot more time before we really have an understanding of how the god should be played properly. The passive is very strange. Being able to scale off of magical power is weird, and with the way that you can use her 3-chain attack for extra damage, I mean, there's a lot of potential in the character, but as of right now, if she were to be available in tournament, let's say on Saturday, I don't think she would be picked because I think she is just a little bit too susceptible to death until we find a way to really maximize her damage.
Fair enough. Cooper, do you have any opinion?
Yeah, I mean, like Brandon said, she wants to. If you want to kill her, she's gonna die. I've seen plenty of games. I've probably played 30 games since the patch, and she's probably been in every single one.
Twice.
There's been plenty of times where she's got way fed. I mean, 15-2, and this going into the later game, and you can pick her off easily if she's alone. Her even remote ability that she can use as an escape would be her 1, and if you're using that in any sort of way possible to get out of the fight, you're not using it in terms of the damage, and you're not using it in terms of the push, and that's a really high damage ability that she has. So in the side lane, if she's using that to either get closer to you or back away, she can use it at the same time, but she's not maximizing the damage with her Wing Gust. The other thing to note is her ultimate is, I think, it's not as simple as just placing it and bursting it down. You do have to position yourself a little bit more with more ults, because it has to charge itself up. You have to place it well and get that charge built up for it to maximize its effects. So it is going to take some time for these teams to get used to how to use her, but I think when they do, she is fairly balanced for competitive play, and they'll use her quite well.
Interesting.
2 notes brought up in the chat here. Someone mentions that you can't use the stun immediately, 5 to 7 feet out roughly. What I've noticed is that the ball must be completely off of your body and about half a body length from the back of the ball to your body before you're able to detonate it. So if someone's directly in your face, you will not be able to stun them. Another person says 2-3-1 for escape, and the same situation, if your 2 is too close, you're not going to hit it. The silence has a bit of a startup, so they could run out of it if they're reading it properly. And the 1 can be interrupted. I have found that Apollo has hard countered her. 3 times when I've had Isis taken from me, I've chosen Apollo and opted to go mid. And any person that I have fought that's played Isis has been shredded by my Apollo. All you have to do is use the moves at her or mesmerize her as soon as she activates her 1, and she loses about 80% of her damage.
Literally
very, very susceptible. She also is very hard countered by Thor with Fissure. After the Fissure's over, you can jump to her with Mjolnir's Attunements, teleport, and then immediately Berserker Barrage. And unless she silences the Berserker Barrage almost immediately, she's going to take at least half that damage, and she's going to wind up tower hugging for the rest of the lane phase.
What were you saying, Scythe?
I was saying I literally dealt with that Apollo thing 2 games ago. It was ridiculous.
It's impossible. There's no way to fight it. It's worse than Fenrir. Like, Apollo is probably the best ranged AD in the game right now.
Why do you like him as a ranged AD versus, say, Neither?
Because he's the only one that can fight 1-to-1 and not have to worry about using his escape mechanics. I mean, he could pop Aegis, then use that 20% damage reduction right afterwards to activate across the sky, and he'll never be caught. He can use the moves to not only escape, but knock people out along the way. He can use Mesmerize to block off people's pathing, to stop channels like Berserker Barrage or Fenrir's Brutalize, or what the 3's called? Brutalize? Maul? Is it Maul?
I think it's Brutalize.
We're learning together. We're learning together. The 3. It stops at 3. It stops Isis's 1. I mean, it stops... you can catch Agni mid-dash. I mean, there's so many crazy things that the character can do. If you put, I mean, a lot of people like to do Executioner second, he doesn't even need it. You can actually just get Deb Gloves immediately, and with that passive, have so much sustain on top of the protections that Serenade gives you. He winds up being insanely tanky, which makes him the least susceptible to ganking. The only thing that Neith really has over him is the fact that she has that global ult, which is a little bit faster than his, but it is readable. If you have an Apollo that jumps out of the jungle, it could be even more deadly. So right now, I think with proper application and communication, Apollo is a little bit ahead of everybody else.
Interesting.
Yeah. Very true. So, caught in thought there.
Caught in thought, baby.
Yeah. So, I guess moving along in the patch notes, is there any other giant things that you saw in the patch notes that are like, holy crap, we have to talk about that as a moth flies in front of my camera?
I didn't really love the change to Nasha. I think moreover because I played the god so many times and I love the way she works, that it's just a change and it might wind up being for the better, but as I see it right now, unless you're doing a 2v1 situation or 3v1 in the jungle, it winds up being a tiny bit of a nerf. The lane clearing is a little bit weaker, so if you put her with a support, with a support that can't clear waves as fast, he's going to have a little bit trouble early game. I mean, his early game really suffers from this change. The late game was always great, and while the late game might get a little bit better from the ring, he didn't really need that buff. The only real issue the character had was the fact that his early game was weak, but he needed that early game to be weak because he was a carry. I mean, with the build that I figured out, you could fight 4 people at once under the effects of 3-second, 4-second beads, and you would never die, which is ridiculous. But now with this change, getting to that point in the game has become very, very difficult. I'm actually very excited to see what Syo's going to do with the character if he's allowed to play, because without that wave clearing that he's had with that ring, it's going to hurt.
I don't think it's going to affect Syo that much, solely because of the buff to Sash.
That's true. It's true.
That was really what he did with the character, is he sashed you and you died. The ring was just icing on the cake. I mean, he's going to clear a little faster, but he wasn't looking for the clear when he started playing that character mid. He was looking for a level 2 kill.
Yeah.
And to be fair, the universe ring toss, in my opinion, is a nerf, but in a 1v1 situation, it's actually a major buff. Because whenever you used it for like chasing, like you would sash in, get 2 or 3 hits off before they kind of got out of your range, you would use the ring, which is a little bit of damage, just to kind of catch back up. Now that damage is going to be increased majorly. You're getting a little bit more scaling as well, and the protections are getting even more reduced, so it's pretty big, and you're getting a little bit more movement speed in that 1v1. So it's definitely a 1v1 increase. I mean, Nasha's 1v1 was already probably the best in the game. I think the only character that had any chance of really competing with him at endgame was Hebo. But now I don't think anyone could 1v1 Nasha. I don't think it'll even be close.
The hell did you break?
I wanna disagree with you on one thing and say that I think the only situation in which the ring toss changes a nerf is when it comes to situations where minions are around. Any sort of jungle fight or any sort of objective fight, it's a buff because it just does that much more that quicker. And as far as the buff goes in general, I think the only reason they buffed him, her, whatever, is because you look at the guy and you say, yeah, this guy has a lot of damage, but at the same time, their only out is the ult, and just wasn't, dare I say, wasn't doing enough damage for that one out.
Terrible.
Now that they've all completely distracted me with whatever the hell that they're doing with this camera stuff.
Someone opened the capture and it caused everything to be wonky.
Yeah. Like 3 people opened the capture.
Just woggle.
I get blamed for everything.
Yeah, you are blamed.
I don't know how to close it.
Oh my god.
I don't even know what's going on.
Useless. Why do I even have you on the show? Good. Alright, so Ja will be interesting to see what Syo does with her this weekend, of course. I really am curious to see if he picks up Fenrir this weekend. He hasn't really seemed too interested in trying her, judging from our conversation on yesterday, on Dia's side, but we'll have to find out. Do you think Fenrir will make any kind of good do you see him being picked up this weekend at all, Brandon?
We've done a lot of theory crafting with the character. I've probably put 60 or 70 games in with the character, along with another 50 or 60 supporting him. We came up with some really cheesy stuff. I mean, you could build him as a support with level 3 Girdle and Hand of the Gods and really get like double stuns going, ensure that your Freya or whoever's in your lane is doing a massive amount of damage. We put him with Aphrodite a lot. Aphrodite has a great lane with him. He can jump in for the stun, the kiss stun on top of it, and then have Aphrodite run up and hand stun while the 3 is going off, and then she activates her 2 for the slow and the extra damage, and then if they actually jump away, you can Ragnarok and bring them back. There's so many crazy things that the character can do, but at the same time, he's very, very squishy. He takes a lot of damage, and it really boils down to where he is in the team fight. And at this point, I think if a team has been practicing with him a lot, they might understand how to use the runes properly, because that's really what it's going to come down to. Do I use the runes to stun? Do I use them for the 2 to get extra heals? Do I use it for the 3 for splash damage? Do I try to get extra protections and bring someone into a tower to try to separate them from the team fight? And without a lot of practice in that, I could see someone jumping in at the wrong time and dying a lot and causing their team the game. So I do expect to see him at some point. I don't know about the semifinals or finals. I think it'd be kind of ace in the hole kind of pick. Like maybe they have a secret strategy, but I wouldn't expect it as a mainstay.
Yeah, although SK has been known to pull that out.
Thor mid with potion, like I don't know.
That was fun.
I think we have Smitten joining us, it looks like.
Hi.
Hi. How's it going?
Doing good. How are you guys?
Oh, we are fine. We are fine. We were just discussing all sorts of
All sorts of patch
Stuff.
notes.
yeah,
Notes,
just stuff.
runes, and
Yeah.
just good times all around.
Yay.
I actually have a question. Do any of you guys think that with the, like, say the runes on Fenrir, there we go. That was the god I was looking for. Fenrir, the other passives and stuff on Isis, etc., that they're making gods a little bit more complicated than they need to be. Kind of like how they were saying, looking at like how Bacchus according to the statistics, Bacchus needs a massive buff because he's apparently just terrible. But they account a lot of that to people don't understand how to play him, with watching lots of different gameplays of seeing people doing really bad with him, etc., where they're not drinking enough, they're not doing whatever they need to be doing enough. So do you think that having these extra passives and stuff like that, where you have to be like, well, do I use my runes on 1, 2, or 3, or whatever, where people are just like, I just want to use my spells and do damage?
Well, I mean, at the same point, Fenrir does a lot of damage, so I don't know if we're going to get that big of a complaint from him in terms of his passive, but the passives have been getting pretty crazy. I mean, I don't think even... I probably 25% of the community really knows what Nasha's passive does. Mm-hmm. I mean, honestly, like, does anyone actually know what it does besides the damage? Like, do you know what you're getting when you're standing in that heal? You're also getting protections. Like, there's so many things going on. I'm actually working on a giant change list for the game, just like a wish list that I would like to see, where like Holly gets her passive change. Of course, Basta gets her passive change. But I do like where the game is going. I mean, in the beginning, it seemed not simple, but kind of obvious to where things were going to happen. I think as the game gets more, as the game progresses in terms of how many characters, there needs to be a lot of uniqueness. Otherwise, there's no reason to buy the god. So things have to get a little crazy. I mean, there's a limit to how many times you can give someone, oh, you get extra damage for doing this. Yay! I mean, yeah, there has to be some type of intuitive nature to the characters, and I think they're doing a really good job with that. I would like to see them revisit certain characters. I mean, although one of the simplest passives in the game is Artemis, and I think hers is fantastic and should never be touched.
Exactly. I think that, as far as things go in general, the passives are the issue. Some of these passives are obviously lackluster when you go back and look at them, but like gods in general, I agree with Diem here. Some gods in general just need to be relooked. I mean, as we're getting more complex and more involved with these gods, they're becoming more and more fun, and you look at some of these earlier gods like Bastet or Anubis or even Ra at this point, because I think Isis just made Ra close to obsolete. That these they just need work. They need something. They need to be stronger. They need to be more exciting to play. Like
they need to have jump dashes, obviously.
Something. Oh,
more
not
jumps.
Nobody needs more jump dashes.
More jumps.
We've got enough of those.
No, we can never have too many.
Isis doesn't have a jump. Who's excited?
This is true.
Yeah.
But I mean, her
But she still flies though.
Her wing buffet, aka the wing gusts, is a decent escape when she wants to try and get away from you. But I mean, not only is she doing damage to you, but she's going backwards very fast. I mean, is it the same speed like if you had a Fatalis, right? Or is it?
I'm sorry?
Her wind gust. When
I
she
don't
uses her
buy
wind gust,
Fatalis,
it's.
so-
I mean, she going.
It's
She
a
goes the same.
25% increase to movement speed. So that would be 3% less than Fatalis's total when stacked, but she does not incur a movement penalty when she's going backwards, similar to what Fatalis gives you as well. So she's a little bit slower than Fatalis would be if you were to be attacking, but still very fast.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to run at the same speed backwards as most people are forward. So.
Right. Faster, even.
So yeah, it's a decent escape, relatively speaking. So what's on this wish list? Because we all love
I was
Brandon
about to
and lists.
ask.
It's very long. It's not entirely complete. I'm almost through the roster. I'm going to go through the map and a few other things, but I know a lot of people are interested in Bastet.
Yes, I was about to ask you, like, what do you want to see changed in Bastet?
Yeah, Bastet, Bakasura, the bees
Okay.
in general.
9 lives, I've changed it to what I call Leader of the Pack. Bastet gains a 15% physical power buff for each spawned cat alive. When all of them die, and they must die, not despawn, when all of them die, she enrages, gaining a 30% damage reduction buff for 5 seconds. Cat Call has been changed as well. Spawn cats now take 66% less damage from God abilities, which means normal attacks, towers, and other forms of damage will still hit at 100%. Hand of the Gods as well will function as normal, but their damage has been reduced to ensure that it's kind of balanced out. Otherwise, they would just shred things. Cats will also no longer despawn when Bastet is killed.
See, somebody, I was talking to somebody the other day, and they said they wanted to see, like, kind of like the whole ISIS thing where they have, like, her passive has, like, you know, while she's alive, you know, benefit, and then while she's dead. And they said that maybe that could be applied to Bastet, too.
They could always keep 9 lives as well, but this change allows Bastet's ult to be a more prominent feature in how she's played late game. The protection buff and the damage buff completely change how Pounce is used in team fights, and the damage reduction on the cats will force Bastet to get her hands dirty. So it's kind of like I can pounce in there and do my assassin kit like I would before and jump out and be safe and hope my team can finish it up like it's happening now. And in public games, that's great because she can do so much damage, but in team games, I mean, the damage can be negated very easily. But now, if you send the cats in who are very hard to kill and you're making her so much stronger, she doesn't have to use her pounce immediately. She can use her pounce to escape and then pounce to jump back in with the damage buff once the cats have been killed. I mean, there's so many different ways to play her to make the character a lot more intuitive in how she's used in team fights. And I think the important part is to ensure Bastet's fighting. And it's a little bit less of jump in there, throw the bleed on someone, put the cats down, and run for your life. Because that's kind of how she's played right now. And that's how Loki should be played. Her, I want to see her fight.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. It's an interesting thing to go for Bastet. Like, I like how it's changing the cats, but it's not changing her core concept because it's right in line with a lot of the other melee ADs.
I did my best in this wish list to not change the characters completely, to kind of keep them as they're supposed to be. The only character that got, I think, a major change, or I'd say that the 3 characters that got majorly changed were Bacchus, Arachne, and Bakasura. Bacchus, I put a little more emphasis on chugging. The chuggometer or drunkometer empties faster, but chug now costs less, and just increases his meter a little bit less as well. Belly flop animation made a little bit slower, but I've also enforced that he has to be smashed to apply the slow on the landing, just to kind of reduce his CC a little bit, but make him a little bit more tanky so long as he's properly using his mana. This way, in normal games, he winds up being a little bit stronger because Chug's not as hard to use, but in professional games, Chug winds up being harder to use because of how much you have to use it, and at the same time, he becomes just a little bit stronger overall because of how much he can increase his protections by. I know that there's a lot. I put a lot of work into this. I'm really quite tired.
Yeah, I can tell you're telling me about the.
And someone in the chat here actually mentions, what do I think about perma-jungling? And the change to Arachne, which comes from a Redditor, allows that. And that's very simply, the cocoon shot can now be used to latch onto walls and enemies, If you hold the mouse button down when you shoot it, instead of pulling it to you, you can now pull yourself to it. So if you maybe jump into mid lane, you can use your cocoon to just jump in there immediately, put the cripple down, and then really get to work instead of having to like put the cripple down and then catch up to yourself. You can either pull someone towards you, you can pull them towards them. I mean, there's a lot of different things. And with the 30-second cooldown, she can actually use cocoon to get around the jungle very, very quickly, making the roaming Arachne much better.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I hate
So,
Arachne.
In a few ways.
So, Cooper, Scytheman, do any of you guys have any thoughts on DM's proposed massive changes to so many gods?
I want to know why he's so good.
Right?
Hi-rez, hire this man.
One more thing I do want to point out from this list before I post it, and the rest will stay secret until I get it done, is the change I've made to Bakasura is pretty crazy. I change Eat Minion so that he doesn't lose his minions when he dies, so that Regurgitate isn't garbage. But what's cool is now I've given the ability for Eat Minion to apply to the allied team. If he eats his own minion, the enemy will gain gold as if the enemy creeps have killed the minion, so they don't get the last hit, they still get the basic gold. But now he can eat his own minion to maybe deny a little bit. He can eat his own minion if he has a few at the tower just to heal himself and then go into the jungle. He can eat his own minion that he regurgitates in team fights to heal himself and gain those protection buffs, which means he has now a little bit of sustain without having to build full attack speed, full lifesteal to be able to stay alive in fights.
Wow.
And I think that would be really, really fun, just like spit down 6 minions, pick up an archer, and then jump into the fight to reduce damage. Now you're taking less damage, you're doing more damage, they're doing less damage, and they have to control you instead of, oh, look, it's Baka, can someone just push him away?
Yeah, and that part fixes one of the biggest problems with Baka late game,
Right.
is that if there aren't any minions around,
What does he do?
yeah, what do? You just
You do nothing.
Your ult just becomes an AoE cleave. I mean, which is great, but
It completely negates one
Yeah.
of his abilities.
yeah, a major part of his kit, no less.
Yeah. God, I want to know what the damn noise is.
I think it's Scytheman.
Is it Scytheman?
No, it was in here before he was in.
Oh,
I still think it might be Revel's mic.
It's not me.
Uh,
That's
someone-
Revel, mute yourself. Try muting yourself, see what happens. It's up.
Oh.
It's gone.
Caught.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, unmute yourself when you want to talk, Revel. How's that? That sounds good. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So, of course, we do have the call-in line. Crap, I got to put it behind me so I can actually put myself on top of him. Damn it, so we can do things properly with greens. There we go, is a Smite. You know, the call-in line on Skype if you'd like to call in and give us your opinions on what, like, Brandon's talking about, Scytheman, Cooper, Mini Cooper, Revel, Smitten even, or if you'd like to ask any questions or suggestions. Like, Brandon, have you read Legnar's comment in the chat there? It's a very
I'm
long
sorry?
list. I don't want to even try to read it.
The game has too much CC and letting carries too much utility. Yes, I do believe that there's a little bit too much CC in the game, and I do address that issue in my change list, but we'll talk about that once the list is done, because I have a few things that I want to put forth, but I haven't really decided in which I want to do. I'm going to do a little bit of math on what I think is the best, I guess the best approach to how we fix the issue. The one thing I can say is diminishing returns is probably going to make an appearance, because, I mean, without DR, right now, like I talked about the Fenrir lane that I love, jump stun, or let's not even do, let's do Fenrir. And so let's do Fenrir and Freya, which I run a lot. I think is very, very fun. If Fenrir has his runes and Hand of the Gods, you can banish. On the way down from banish, you have a hitbox, but you're not able to move, so players can actually damage you, CC you, etc. From afar, Freya could banish you. Then even at level 1 with that very short duration, Fenrir could jump from almost his melees to beyond your archers, stun you before you hit the ground, pop his 2, hit you twice while doing Hand of the Gods, which is not on the global cooldown, then pop Brutalize while Freya's just blasting into you. You will die, even as a support, before level 10, before you have a chance to even think about using beads. So there does need to be something done about the CC. There's a little bit too much, especially with Isis in the game now. She's like, oh, silence, slow stun, everybody's dead. Like, there definitely has to be something done. But at the same time, those characters that rely on that CC, characters like Ymir, who who basically function as a freeze bot need to have something given to them in return if their things are going to become less useful. Otherwise, they'll fall into obscurity. So it's a slippery slope.
Interesting.
Did you just join the call on your phone?
I may have.
Boy, you just ruined the overlay. Get off.
And the soundtrack.
God damn.
So on that note, we have some roster changes, right?
Yes. Roster changes. Brandon, have you heard the roster changes?
Spray on!
Spray on! Yes. Since Copenhagen has broken up, we know that Badger and Young Bay went to
Lemon.
Yes, Lemon.
Aren't you the admin?
Spray Young. Yes, I am, but there are so many bloody teams. I knew it was Young Bay and Badger, and I knew it was a team. And I'm pretty sure it was Lemon.
I knew it was a team.
I knew it was a team.
I'm pretty sure it's Smite.
I was
something to
waffling
do.
between Imaginary Team and Lemon. I just couldn't remember which one of them was which one was the culprit. Anyway, so Spray Yarn now has joined BLG.EU. So
Nice.
Risterian and Spray Yarn rocking it out.
R.I.P. Where'sThere?
Yeah, Where'sThere dropped out because he's got basically in life things going on and he doesn't have enough time to play competitively anymore. So Spray Yarn.
I like to call that the Yuli W effect.
Yes.
IRL.
The Yuli effect. It's Yuli. It's not Yuli W.
What's the W there for?
That's how you say his name is Yuli.
No, that's stupid.
That's how it's said. It's
I don't care.
Told me
He's not
several
part of the
times it's how
community
it's said.
anymore. I'm calling him Yuli W.
Okay, whatever. Also, it's Vastrical, not whatever the you say.
Vastrakel.
Not Vastrakel. It's Vastrical. That's how you say his name.
No, I don't like that either.
Oh my god.
I'm the caster. I will pronounce it as I want.
I talked to them about their names and stuff.
He's so picky.
What are you going to call him? Retard? How would you say Risterian?
You almost said retard.
Yes, retard. Yes.
How's my audio now?
That's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah, you're just using the webcam.
It's just Risterian, isn't it?
Yes, it's just... God.
Oh, so you tell me I was saying that wrong. I'm like, okay, now you're getting ridiculous.
Yes, that would be getting ridiculous.
That would have been funny.
That would have been funny. But, so yeah, we, of course, had the call-in line if anybody would like to call and argue. I want to see some arguments and other things that people want to talk about.
Right?
We don't
Yeah,
win
we do
arguments
Diem
with
dish it
Diem,
out somewhere.
like,
Argue next week.
yes, argue next week when Diem isn't here to win them all.
Is he winning them all, or is he just being the most loud?
No.
Most
No.
vocal?
I can be
He's
the most
kinda
loud when
winning.
people are stupid repeatedly and I can't listen to it anymore.
So how have you liked subbing in on the Smite game stream, Brandon?
Oh, I've been having a really good time. But I think Matty Pocket is back now, so you're going to see me less and less.
Aww.
Sad face.
But I am subbing. I actually think I might be casting on Saturday as well.
Uh-oh, what happened?
Nice.
I think I'm subbing in for Lady Lionheart.
Lady
Uh-huh.
Lionheart got real life things going on?
Yes, he has an engagement which he must attend to, so I think I'll be subbing in. Hopefully, Bart will be doing the camera because you don't want him. I do not do that well. I control the camera and spectator like I play the game, and it's just
Yeah.
going to make everybody sick.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm just always moving around, like trying to like dodge shots and stuff. It's not a good look.
So does that mean I'm going to have
Yes.
to sub in for you casting on Sunday, or are you going to be there too?
He's gonna do it all.
I'll do both. I'll be there for both
Okay.
days.
Great.
Oh. I'm just psychic. That's all it says. Shush up.
Goodness. Anything you guys want to bring up and talk about, Brandon? Smitten.
Not Cooper.
No, Cooper, we don't care about you. What do you want to talk about, Cooper?
I want to talk about Hercules because
Oh,
I think that was a
I
pretty
want to
big.
talk about the mastery levels.
I thought
Oh,
we
yeah.
were
Okay,
talking
yeah,
about-
we can just do that too. I didn't bring up a topic.
No, you didn't.
Like the
Well, we
mastery
had that
levels
question
in
in
God
chat.
level system. I saw that and I'm like, well, what does this do?
Right?
Nothing useful.
Nothing.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
numbers.
I was like, you're introducing this system and it doesn't do anything.
It's
Well,
pretty.
good job.
I wonder if they're
I
gonna
mean, it's
implement
pretty, it's
something in the
cool.
future.
It's more
I
numbers
hope
for
they
you to look
do.
at and be like, I want to do these numbers. I want these numbers to be higher. Obviously, nobody that plays games ever play golf.
Good
all I
Tixie,
gotta say.
yeah. Good Tixie. It's for Epine. I mean,
Yep.
Obviously,
well, I'm not going to say the rest of that. Or yeah.
Force people to play
So-
Bastet at some point.
Yeah.
I mean, just as
I
long
thought
as
it
it
was
doesn't affect the actual
interesting
god
move.
strength, I'm cool with it. Like, once upon a time ago when we were once arguing about, what is it? Offerings and idols. That was the day that we were like,
Yeah.
no, stay away!
Am I the only one who wanted them in the game?
That
Yes!
was well before my time.
At the
Come on,
time,
customization.
I was okay with the idea.
More mathematics.
Okay, it would be okay if you can get them from level 1. Like, if you have them all from level 1.
Yes. No, 100%. No,
Agreed.
no play to win, no pay to win.
No
they
League
are
of
there
Legends,
from the beginning.
we got to play for 100 hours to get a whole Masteries page. Kind of bullshit.
The only issue with things like that, whether it's masteries or offerings or talent trees, I mean, and you still hear the argument in Diablo 3 about the stupid skill trees. There's always going to be a number one build. There's always going to be a way where if you don't use this, you're going to get yelled at. If you don't use this, you're not going to be able to maximize your damage. And there'll be a few things that you can do to kind of change the meta, but generally speaking, there's going to be a cookie-cutter build. And unless you're using that cookie-cutter build, you are not maximizing your damage. And the same thing can happen in that. The only way to really make it successful is if you put cool things in and not damage. Like, there shouldn't be increase your damage by X amount or increase your movement speed by X amount. It should be like, you can reduce your cooldowns if you land this many attacks. Similar to... kind of the gems in Street Fighter X Tekken, which I think are awesome. Like, if you block 6 attacks, you get extra defense. If you block 4 attacks, you get extra offense. If you tag in your partner, you get more damage. Like, those kinds of things are cool. Those actives. Things you can bait your opponent into. Saying, like, if you take half your health, it'll activate and you gain 5% lifesteal. Like, things like that would be so much fun. And it would allow a little bit of customization, and it would allow people to really play to their play styles. So
Yeah.
I'm super aggressive.
how
I
would
want to
that
dive
work-
your tower. And
how
if
would that
I can
work
dive
with
your
new
tower and
people?
take 3 tower hits and then gain 20% damage reduction because of it, I'm in there.
That might really confuse like new players to Smite though.
Doesn't
don't
matter
care.
though.
I hate
It
that.
doesn't matter. New players are confused anyway.
Well, that's true.
Yeah,
They're like-
this is Smite. They're like, huh?
I point and click and
What's
throw
that?
things.
It's one slightly less important thing to learn and play with. Like,
I mean, as of right now, I don't know how many times a week I have to go, dude, there is no jungle. Please just stay in your lane.
Yeah. People are like, oh, I'm Jungle Arachne. Oh, yeah, no, you're really not.
That's cute.
You'll just make your left or right lane lose Arachne.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, hi-rez needs to
You know
hire
who I'm
Diem.
talking about.
What?
We need to start
I
a
wouldn't go
petition.
that far.
Who said that? Cooper? Cooper knows stuff. Cooper knows stuff. Speaking of which, when's season 2, buddy?
I was here silent.
Oh, was it? Damn it. Who was that?
Yeah.
this is what Coop complains about every day.
I love
Is that what
season
a rage
2.
quit
We
look
complain for everything.
I mean, can you guys name a season 2 that wasn't good? Look at Lost. Lost was awesome.
Yeah.
Walking Dead.
Let's talk about the series finale
Hey.
for Lost.
Walking Dead season 2 sucked.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
Character
Oh my,
progression.
it was
It's a
terrible.
story. It doesn't have to be about zombies every episode.
I know that, but it
Yes, it
took
does.
forever.
Oh, yeah.
They need to be like in the episodes, you know, like every once in a while to kind of like remind you that you're not watching a soap opera. A bunch of strange people.
No.
Don't you make that face at me.
Cranky now. No.
So you seriously liked season 2?
I loved it. Sophia, come on.
That's dumb.
Come on.
Don't spoil it
start
too
off.
much. I'm starting it up. I've watched like 1 episode thus far, and I'm trying to get into it. But it's
Oh,
kind of
I'm catching up with that one episode.
hey, it's hard to watch with 3 kids that stay up all night. So I
Watch
can't
it
really
with
just...
them.
I know. I
Wait,
want to,
what?
but
Wait,
they're
did
like,
you say it's hard to watch with 3 kids that stay up all night?
But you have 3 kids?
yes, I have 3 kids. Did you not
No,
know
you only
this?
had 2 kids.
No, I have 3.
Where'd the third
Dude,
one come
he
from?
gets
The
a
same
new one
place that
every
the other
few
2 came
years.
from.
That might be the quote of the night. Keep that
Yep.
out.
That'll be highlighted later.
Okay. I mean,
Yes.
no, it came from the sky. I mean, he could have. He's massive and he's very, very violent. And yeah, he's my child. Anyway, so here's what
Here's I'm just not
Sprayon
gonna
asked
say
you.
anything.
What is your take on the EU tournaments, and how do you like casting them, and what do you think will happen this weekend? Will SK hold the crown? Put the damn elephant down, boy. Start treating you like fucking children. God. You don't do this crap when I'm here because I'll just slap you.
Oh.
Okay, Brandon, go ahead. What do you think of the EU tournament, and who do you think is going to take it this weekend?
I think SK is so talented, but I think they're going to get a little bit too big for their britches, and they're going to start doing these strategies that make no sense. Because like last week, we saw them go, and no one wants to point out what really happened in the match. They went Thor mid with Potion. Okay, that had nothing to do with the outcome of the actual game. Smek destroyed everything. Smek carried that game on his little tiny Cupid baby back. He was like 11,000 kills and 0 deaths at like 1 minute, and destroyed everything. If he were to go even in his lane, I am 100% confident that they would have gotten bodied straight out. So either they're going to learn from that and get a little bit more safe, or they're going to get extremely overzealous, do some crazy Fenrir side lane build with magical damage and gem of isolation for ability slows, and they're going to lose.
So I mean, with like,
I think it's going to come down to if they can just calm down and play normal.
If you know, we know that Sio likes to go with that level 1 potion, that damage potion.
Very popular.
They just avoid interaction, and he can't get those first 2 kills. I mean, it just makes him behind now, right?
Right,
because he has to get those early kills. To
if he doesn't get first blood, he loses the money.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, basically, it would be cost effective. What the hell is he doing?
What is he doing?
Shopping?
No, it's fucking Revel making noise. He doesn't realize that his mic picks up everything in the entire room.
Maybe he's trying to make a sandwich.
Is that an erector set I hear?
Wood?
Get the glove. Let's get the ball back from the dog.
Wait for it. Revel, you realize we can hear everything you do in that room. If you go over there and, like, scratch the corner of the... Exactly. God, you're terrible. Now you've totally destroyed my train of thought. So basically, it would be effective for Sprayon to go up against Sio mid and stay under his tower. And just stand there and wait. Because he'll
pick a character and chill.
Yeah.
That's it.
It will run out that...
The best way to beat SK is to hang back. Because while the aggression is great, and nobody loves aggression more than me, trust me, especially as a caster, it's so much more fun to cast when people are actually doing things besides, oh, they're killing creeps again. Good.
Yeah.
Whoop, Jungle Buster back up.
Good
4
job.
minutes, guys. That was fast. No, but if they got to chill back. You cannot fight aggressive SK. You can't do it. No one has the teamwork, the synergy, or the 1v1 ability right now in every lane to fight them. And as of the way it stands right now, SK's teamwork is going to be the strongest. BLG.NA got a new person on the roster, and no matter how good they're going to be, their team synergy is going to suffer a little bit. E-Lemon, their team synergy was less than stellar last week.
Yeah.
Youngbei kind of not in the right positions throughout the game. We kind of saw Sprayon a little more familiar with Youngbei, so you kind of saw him hugging on. I'm sorry, not Sprayon. Badger was hugging on Youngbei instead of supporting the rest of his team as he should have been. So at the same time, while the rosters are very strong, the team synergy is not there. And with the addition of Dradau as their sub, I mean, there's no one they could really lose besides Sio week to week to not have that balance there. So that team synergy is always going to be massive on SK. The only way to beat them is to chill out and farm, because they're going to spend money on stupid potions, and they're going to spend money on extra consumables, and you're going to spend money on items, hog your tower, and wind up at the same gold. So it's going to be a patient week if somebody else wants to win the tournament.
Interesting.
And so you're just going to beat your head against the wall, of course, while you're casting that, because they're just still farming. So
Drybear, what do you think about?
Yeah, I mean, good. Thank God you have a lot of game knowledge, or else it'd be. I fear the day that I have to cast a very boring game, because it's just like, oh, over in right lane we have.
What's that? A Fenrir?
Yeah,
he's new, right?
Exactly.
Yes, that attack that goes. Shh, shh, shh.
Yeah. Like the other one that goes whoop. You know, all those things. Because we don't know spells. Although, with the advent of DBZ Smite, I might actually learn spells. I mean, Smitten, have you seen our DBZ Smite?
No more.
No, I haven't.
Okay,
You should
let
really
me
link
play
that
it really
in chat.
quick. I will. I'll link it again, but I have to play it again because it makes me laugh so hard. God, like we watched it for probably 20 minutes this morning, and we just kept laughing because it's so bad. It's so bad.
All right, bring it up for us.
Play it.
I am.
Hurry!
All right, here it goes. I'll be quiet now so you don't hear it twice. Wait, I'm shooting and it's not doing anything.
Oh, the suspense.
Of the gods! The rule is you must yell out your abilities while you use cooldown buff. Yes. Frost breath! Branching bullets! No, I don't have it yet.
This is too stupid.
Poison darts! I can't do this for too long because then basically.
Can you go talk to the bun?
Basically that. So yes, the advent of DBZ Smite requires.
I love that.
Yeah, thanks to me and Mez, mostly Mez, because we were playing Afro and Isis and Elaine, and that's when it started, and it just continued on from there, and it's been bad ever since.
I'm gonna do that.
My throat hurts quite a lot lately because I keep screaming into my microphone.
Do you use your abilities less now?
No, I just forget to say them. It's actually really, trying to do it is actually quite hard because you're all intense in the match and stuff like that, and you're like, do that, and you're just like, oh crap, I forgot to call out my spells. So, yeah, I mean, I challenge people to actually be able to call out every spell for an entire match.
Dry Bear.
You're on.
You heard that challenge.
Oh, you have the challenge. If you can do every spell throughout the entire match, you have 1 internet. 1 million internets.
That's
I was like, one internet? Like, I'm gonna do it. Definitely. Diem, I challenge you. I bet I can do more than you.
For bonus points, you do it in the voice of the character that you're playing. So,
yes.
like Ymir, it's like,
I think I would have a really fun time doing that as Vulcan.
Everybody needs to do it.
yeah,
I'm just gonna play me.
Thumper 16!
Easy.
yeah. Yeah, they're like, do I say Thumper 16 or Thumper XIV? Or XVI?
16.
Do you read it XVI?
Some people do. Some people are like, what are Roman numerals? I mean, come on, we're playing on the internet. Don't forget
You're
that.
gonna tell me the internet doesn't know Roman numerals? I can't say no Roman numerals.
The internet does not know Roman numerals.
The internet does not know anything.
I can neither talk nor type. Leave me alone. I play good sometimes.
Where's your rock? Where's your rock? You play good. I done good, boy. So yeah, I mean, it's very screamy and very fun and massively entertaining. So I suggest people try it out and send us in your results. Maybe we'll have the best DBZ Smite bits, next episode. If you would like to send them in to me.
That'd be so fun.
Yeah. Because I mean, it killed me when he did it just like he did it with the whole like charging up with the hand of the gods. That got me.
Well, so what do we get if we win?
I don't know.
This is a
We'll find you
competition.
something.
I'm making this into a competition.
Okay.
The winner gets a picture of Diem in a dress.
Yes!
Diem in a dress! Give it!
He's got a girlfriend. She's got a dress. He can
Yes.
wear it.
Definitely. I mean, I don't see that happening, but she does have dresses.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Everyone's just stopping and thinking about that for a minute, and our mental eyes are burning.
Picture.
Oh, yeah, we'll
With
make a
that-
picture.
Smitten does owe me a tiara, to be fair.
I do owe him a tiara.
You
I
should
should
cast the whole tournament in a dress.
Even better, the winner gets to be admin for Woggle Season 2.
Oh.
Let's get something straight. There's only one Woggle admin, and I'm talking, so let's get that straight.
Diem, if I seriously get you a tiara, will you wear it during a cast?
The tiara?
Like-
Yeah, no, I'll do that.
While you're casting a tournament?
Yeah.
No way! You're so awesome. Okay.
It better not be some cheapy plastic guy, though.
Oh, no. It'll be glorious.
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 It'll be
Fabulous.
bedazzled.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my bedazzler out from like 6th grade. It's gonna have like these huge obnoxious jewels on it.
Ooh.
It's gonna spell out DM or something.
Orange
Oh.
flower logo.
That's,
It needs to
that's
have the
nice.
flower.
What's your
Yeah.
favorite color?
Orange flower.
You want an orange flower?
What?
Why not pink or something?
Dude, he wants an orange flower. That's
Are you
his
kidding
thing.
me?
Okay.
I'm not even
That's
joking.
weird.
That's like a thing.
Yes,
It is
Sprayon, we
weird.
know that you're
It
the
really
proud
is.
winner of Woggle Season 1. Still waiting for Season 2. Oh, goodness. So, what other topics do we want to talk about that we haven't already covered? I mean, I guess Cooper brought up a topic earlier that we totally ignored and then yet on something else. What was that?
I don't remember.
Before he rage quit?
Hercules.
Yeah,
Hercules. Hercules after the change, when they gave him more healing.
I was playing an assault today with DMbrandon and a few other people, and the entire other team dived me under a tower. I was Hercules, and they activated Girdle, and I activated my heal, and I got a quadra kill.
No way.
Yeah, it was great. It was epic.
So is this an over buffing, or is this just right?
No, I think it's right about there. The nice thing I like about the heal is that now when you activate it, you get healed. So he has sustain that doesn't rely on him taking damage.
You know, that's how I when I first played him by accident, because it was like a random pick, but that's how I thought the ability worked before the patch. I thought that if you just hit his 3, you would be healed. That
and it's
wasn't the case.
Healing.
It is a mana pot. I mean, a health pot.
It's a super health pot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's really strong. At high level, it's really strong. But I thought it was a really interesting change. I also like the little bit of extra range on his pull, because there's so many times someone's just right outside of it.
All right, Diem, we know you've got something to say about it.
I have not played Hercules enough to warrant having an opinion, basically, without just saying, like, this seems OP or this is broken. And in my change list, I actually write, where is it? Due to recent changes to the character, more testing will be needed before changes should be made. So as of right now, he seems great. I really do like the change to the heal. It seems a little bit weaker end game where it should, because that shit was overpowered.
Yeah.
But early game, it now has a function.
I agree.
I'd say the only 2 real notable Herculeses in tournaments for the past couple months were Lass and Pompon. I mean, they were celebrated Hercules players. I mean, sure, there was other people doing it here and there, but they were the people who you did not want to have Hercules. And both of them, I mean, Pompon got 1 level in the heal and then didn't touch it again until he had no choice. And then Lassus doesn't get the heal until 14 when you don't have a level for anything else. So with those changes, I think we'll see a little bit more, but I can't be sure either way. But the math does support that the heal has been made into a move that doesn't suck, which it did a lot.
Yeah, it really did. Unless you had just the exact kind of team and the exact kind of super aggressive other team that would just heal you, then. But if you're playing in a tournament, they're not gonna walk up, beat you for a little while, and then leave. So.
Yeah.
What is on your shoulder? It is driving me crazy. It
It's
looks
a
like
turtle.
a turtle. Is it a
It's a
turtle?
turtle.
Okay.
It's a
I'm
turtle.
not crazy.
Is it a jackal?
I've been up for literally
Jackal!
42
Jackal!
hours.
Jackal! This is a jackal? This is a jackal!
So I was like, I am either hallucinating or that's really a turtle sitting on his shoulder.
It's really a turtle on my
Wow,
shoulder.
thanks, Rebel. Thanks.
Where did you get
Has
these
a turtle
things?
on
Did
their
you
shoulder?
bring this crap from home or something? What the hell, dude?
No, I was requested to get a turtle, so I got a turtle.
It's not real though, right? Is it real?
Right. It's a
Okay.
fake turtle.
Okay.
Is it like the Google Hangout turtle?
No, it's a hyper-realistic fake turtle.
I've been there.
Right.
Yeah.
So I wanted to play some lovely things that Mesmerize made. Advertisements?
I'm immediately concerned.
Yes, you should be. Let me load them up over here so that way everybody can hear them. Mesmerize, message them to me on Smite Talk, please. So that way I have the links. Let me just tell them. Well, everybody stays there and nice and quiet for me while I do things.
Okay.
God, I need a show producer or something to do crap behind the scenes while I'm doing the show.
That's what I got soap for.
Yeah, exactly. So how are things going with you, Smitten? Are you guys enjoying your show making? And
My show making?
And-
Oh yeah. Patch day, especially when a new god is released, is just It's ridiculously busy. Like, I've been up since, like, 12 p.m. before the patch released. So I don't even know how long that is. But yeah, so, like, we like to stay up all night the night before, so as soon as it's released, we can get in there and get a game in. So we can do a field video over it. And, like, sometimes, like, I'll look over the patch notes pretty in-depth before I go into the game for the new god, and I did not with ISIS. It was terrible. But, like, yeah, things are just kind of floating along.
Good thing you didn't stay up all night for the ISIS patch, because you would have been up really early
I
in the
did.
morning. Oh,
I
you
did. Yeah, I've been up since, like, midnight the night before this patch.
That's why she didn't know if it was a turtle on my shoulder or she was hallucinating.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so here are the lovely advertisements we made for the BLG mentoring program that were done by Mr.
I think
Mesmerize.
we did hear these.
And yes, and so we're going to start off with the first one that he made, which is just the BLG mentor program. Wait for it. You guys can
Are
hear that,
you
right?
below 1,000 ELO?
Yes.
Do you find yourself playing against or with Octane Pro often? Do you scream at your teammates just to go negative yourself? Then don't worry. The Borderland Gaming Mentor Program is here for you. We have an easy step-by-step program for you to follow. To start, tear down that MLG poster behind you. Shut the f*** up, and then contact us, and we'll get started.
So that was the first one. Then, of course, he has one.
That is epic. That is epic.
We have one for Kret and one for Spray Yarn that they requested one be done for them. So, here's Kret's first.
Are you tired of always losing? Are you tired of being the only one on your team to always go negative? What you can do is contact the BLG Mentor Program. We'll make your record shinier than Brett's bald head. Contact us now.
Oh my god.
Are you?
And then finally, Spray Yarns. Ooh, there it goes.
Would you like to be able to land more skill shots than you thought possible? Would you like to soar in high ELO with the pros? Well, BLG Mentor Program can help you. Why? You'll be better than Spray Yarn in no time. Because you see, when you have the help of an actual pro, anything is possible.
That one's almost normal.
That was mean. R.I.P. Copenhagen Wolves, though. Oh, you guys are awful.
Yeah, aren't we?
Right?
we do this, and then we come up with the DBZ Smite, or you start doing the DBZ Smite, and God, it's...
That's why we love them, though.
We're just bad people all around.
Me and Mesmerize with board time is just a bad thing.
I disagree.
Isn't there a BL Gals intro?
Yeah, where is that one? I need that link. Oh my god, do you want to hear a bad one?
No?
Yes?
Okay,
course.
once I get the link for it, so that way you guys can hear it. Kret needs to message me the BL Gals one. That one is... I cannot even possibly endorse that one, but it's so funny I can't stop it. Oh, Kret, why are you failing me?
Crap, please.
Aha.
It's linked in chat.
Alright, I got it. I get it. Ah, I hate you, Skype.
Good
Bam.
God, Jordan.
You can do it, Demon.
Alright, here is the BL Gals intro. I think it has like music and stuff before it actually starts with this, because it's like an actual intro.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's at least a minute music.
Wait for it.
We'll just sit here and listen to dubstep for a while.
It's only 1 minute and 48 seconds long, so it can't be that far.
Demon, get up here and dance while there's music.
No.
Come on!
Have you ever wondered what the inside of a kitchen looks like? Stay tuned and watch the BL Gals stream.
Done.
The best build up.
Did you catch that? Did you catch that, Smitten?
Yeah, I did.
Are you sure?
I did.
I think we should play it again.
Please do.
I've had kind of like a roller coaster ride with how much I care about the BL gals. I mean, at first it was like all girl team, who cares? But then it was like, wow, Raven-A is really good. And then it was like, oh, she's on BLG.NA. So now I'm back to the first one.
So you approve of the
Yeah, Raven-A is
Have you ever
Raven
wondered
is,
what
like,
the inside
really
of a
deep,
kitchen
like,
looks
her-
like? Stay tuned and watch the BL Gal stream.
This was
Anybody,
requested.
by the way, anybody who plays against BLG this weekend, if you ban out Neath, man, she's got. I don't. I'm not gonna say she has nothing because I haven't seen too much of her other characters, but her Neath is goddamn good. Ban that character. Just ban it. Let them have Ymir. It doesn't matter. Just ban Neath, and you'll have a much better time in lane, like guaranteed.
Oh yes, and there's stuff at the end.
Why are you trying to sabotage us, Dan?
I'm not. I
We
just.
need a new game plan.
It's rough,
God
dude.
damn it.
That Neath is serious business. Like, she was making plays, and I'm like, damn, this can't be a girl.
I'm not gonna lie. I do the same shit.
Are you kidding?
I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And then it all makes sense.
Oh my god. You said that only because I'm here.
Sure.
Probably.
That's what I'm gonna think.
Yes, it was a joke.
I will find you. I will find you.
I'm a jokester.
I'm gonna send you a dead puppy instead of Tiara.
I don't really have an affection to animals. It's not really affecting me.
What do you love?
I like TV
He
shows.
likes
I mean,
orange flowers.
You could
Yeah,
erase
send
my
him a
memory
ripped
and
up orange
spoil the
flower.
ending to Lost. That would be really rude.
Don't
Yo,
watch
Dan, you can't even defend the ending to Lost. That was so disappointing.
I don't even know what to do with the ending of Lost. Like
I love the ending of Lost.
I don't know how I feel about you right now.
I don't know how I feel about your builds, so we're even.
You want to talk about the Ninja?
Oh, what was that?
Yes, I do want to talk about the Nation build. Didn't I fight you in mid with that build?
No.
Sure.
You fought my Hebo v Agni. You seen any good
Oh
Hebo
yeah,
fights
I
lately?
beat you with my Agni, so let's talk about builds.
You didn't beat. Oh, hold up. You didn't beat me. Let's be real.
Oh my god.
Wait, so Scythe, are you guys participating this weekend?
No.
Okay, I thought so. You're still wanting to find a nice solid fifth?
Yes.
Okay. Have any prospects, or just kind of feeling out the field?
Hoping for the best. Not the best of player, just.
It'd be really good if you got the best for mid because he's really good. Scytheman's a mid player. It's funny. Helping out the newer viewers.
There are no new viewers. There's never new viewers. Oh.
There's always new viewers.
Yeah, there is.
This is one guy, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look, Kreta.
Yep.
That guy looks new.
No, we
Yeah.
could get rid of him if we wanted to.
I'm pretty sure I played him in the game, and he definitely plays like a newer player.
Oh!
I don't know why I hate
Dang,
BLG tonight.
Diem.
Like I'm just hating on BLG.
Damn.
I don't know what's
We're
my.
in a mumble all week. This guy.
Jimmy Jr. has it right. It should
I
be
have been
DMbrandon
all week. I'm
tonight.
being so rude.
I know.
I feel like I offered you a drink and you spat in my face. Like, what the fuck?
Right?
All right, Brandon, do you remember the
spitting
first time we brought you
everybody's-
on the show? The
No.
lovely time you had with Yuli?
Yes, I like Yuli. That's when
Yeah.
I got to know Europe, and I really liked hanging out with Yuli.
Yes, that was the first time we brought you on the show. And the
Oh
first
my-
show I wanted to bring you on, I was so tempted to name your little title thing there, DMbrandon.
You should have.
Everyone thinks I'm bad-mannered, and
I
that's
know.
fine. Because I'm pretty sure if I brought any of you to like a restaurant, like a real restaurant, I would be so embarrassed.
I think he would be.
That was not a joke.
No,
I would do a
really
fine
think
restaurant
you're
with you, and I was just fine, sir. I think.
Sure.
I don't think you
Considering
did.
I had to explain to you what food was.
Yes. Hey,
What's this? This is prosciutto. It's
just
not
because
cooked.
I eat food out of a fridge doesn't mean I'm like less of a person.
Right?
Kind of
I
does.
eat to survive, not to enjoy.
Yeah,
Well,
Demon is really
Wow.
funny when you take him out anywhere like fancy or somewhere where they like cook food. Oh, it's really funny.
Yes, I like to eat roadkill, and I also walk around and eat small humans.
Yeah, it's really funny. Like,
like
you look at one and he eats it, you go out, and he's like, "What's that?" That's cheese. Damn it.
By the way, excellent
Oh.
GIF.
Exo
describes-
got that.
Yeah,
Yep.
excellent. Got it. It's perfect.
I'll find
That's priceless.
you. You guys are weird. That's why I love you.
You said you were going to send me dead animals.
Yeah?
Anyway, you're not allowed to do that. I live in an apartment, and they don't want us to have animals here.
No, it's not animals once it's dead.
Okay, if I'm gonna send you a dead puppy, I'm pretty sure I have no regard for the law or anybody's rules.
Right. But at the same rate, he's probably right that it doesn't count anymore, considering that's to some people just food at that point.
Yeah, it is food.
Yeah.
Not to me, because again,
It's
That makes me
bacon.
it's all
sad.
embarrassing.
I just got really sad just now.
It's like bacon.
Somebody make me
so hard.
unsad, quick.
What other topics do we want
I
to
have
talk
a
do you
about?
have
picture
any
of a bunny.
callers?
Hold
Play
on,
the
I have a
BL
good
intro
I have a
again.
good picture of a bunny. I'll make everyone happy again. Hold on, let me find it.
Somebody call us up to discuss anything that they have on their minds. We, of course, have other things to discuss.
Do we?
Maybe. Anybody have any topics they want to bring up? Smitten, Brandon?
All right, no, I got
Cooper?
you guys. Oh wait, hold on. I gotta log into Twitch.
Cooper, you don't have topics. You don't do anything, right?
That's what I'm told every week.
Yes, right. So what do you have to talk about then?
Oh, shit, Coop's here.
No, I'm
Wait,
saying.
Coop's
Fred,
in?
what?
Dude, who let Coop in here?
It's in there. It's in the chat.
Oh,
there.
no, we have Mini Coop. Mini Coop is good.
This is a picture of a bunny swimming with a life vest on.
Right, hold on. Don't ruin. You ruined it for me. That's abuse. Animal abuse.
He has a life vest. They're teaching him to swim. The little bunny.
It's a bunny. What does it ever need
Do
to
I
swim?
need to go get my rabbit to
When it
bring
needs
him
to run
here?
away from like
That sounds really cool.
tigers.
I rescind my invitation to go get my rabbit because it just sounds wrong.
Why?
Go get your rabbit.
It's in his
What's-
cage out there. I don't know.
You have a rabbit, like a for real rabbit?
Yeah, he
it's in
does.
his cage out there.
It's black.
It's black. He's got little ears.
Hey, is that my cousin?
Alex Hitman.
Oh my god!
Alex Hitman. My proposed change is to the Caledonian Boar, or is it Saladonian Boar? I don't know how to say
Caledonian.
that. What?
Caledonian boar.
Caledonian? Isn't there an L and a Y in there?
Fuck spelling!
Okay, so Caledonian Boar spells now 1.5 seconds at all levels. Boar health now scales with leveling as well, from 300 up to 1500, making it very, very dangerous. So your goals at that point are either let the boar stun everyone individually and just hope that doesn't matter, or spend 1500 worth of your damage on that boar to kill it before it starts stunning your carries. So it becomes more of a presence. This allows her to jump in, get those traps placed the way that she wants to, and it makes her early game board better because it's really hard for her to pick up kills without like perfect team synergy. And granted, in competitive play that could happen, maybe her and Ymir or her and Sobek, but at the same time, it's very, very difficult for her to set up those traps with how long it takes to place them. So with the proposed changes, it should make her kit just a little more viable.
So you're saying that the boar should stun everyone?
Well, I mean, it does stun everyone individually, and that's what it will do.
Like, if there's... And you're going to give it the same absurd range?
Yeah, from each person, like it does now. It just now.
It only goes twice.
What?
What?
Or
Damn, I just sent you something.
How are you on this show?
Dude, I thought it only...
It's okay, Rebel. It's okay.
Dude, I never play Artemis. Never play
I'm
Artemis.
excited about this.
It goes 4 times now.
Yes, Caledonian. I was right. Ha! Shout outs to reading and mathematics. Stay in school, everybody.
I did, and that was what's wrong. Public schools fail. Oh god. It's not my fault they bore me to death.
Get it?
Why? Why did we do that? Diem?
Oh!
Wow.
Very nice.
Fantastic.
I like how I worked that in there totally on accident. I mean, on purpose. So, all my teachers were apparently Artemis.
No, you said the word wrong. Apparently they're not Artemis.
Okay, I have a question.
Hmm?
What? Okay, I don't like the way you're smiling, Dan. It makes me a little uncomfortable.
Yeah,
So I'm just not gonna look at. I'm not gonna look at anything. Okay.
Why am I the one you're looking at? Creep?
Well, it's because the thing when you're
Excellent. Post the
talking
picture
pops
again.
up.
Okay,
Okay,
so what is your
anyways.
question?
My question. Sorry, I'm ADHD, so you can tell. All right, question. Was Bostet ever really used in competitive play? Like,
Yes.
I just came in December of
I don't know
last.
how many times I've told this story in the past
What
week,
in best?
but you said Bastet, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Bostet.
so
Yeah.
Bastet.
If you're, you know,
The first real tournament that happened for the game, there was like 3 or 4 like mini tournaments that were going between Juice, BLG, and Reason. But the first tournament that everybody showed up to, it was just one of the weeklies, and we used Bastet in the final game of finals, and everyone complains about Bastet's passive. And we had him on Shing, and 8 people are dead at the Fire Giant fight, and it's Shing versus Jerbcrafts, because Jerb was on BLG at the time, and the Tornado procs onto our Bastet, and Bastet puts the bleed on, and at the same time, pretty much the same second, they die
Double
because of the
deicide.
dots. Double deicide. Everyone went crazy.
Yeah, that
Everyone
was
thought
awesome.
we were going to reset until 9 lives kicks in, and Bastet spawns 20 seconds faster.
And that,
And then
Oh
we
my
got to the
gosh.
fight way sooner. And they were both alive for like 10, 15 seconds beforehand. So our entire team was fighting before Outquang was even alive. And we wound up finishing them off, having someone push Outquang out, taking the Fire Giant and winning the game. She definitely has been used in the past, but with how many ADs that have been put into the game and how much damage they're able to put forth and the CC that they now have, I mean, look at Thor. Like,
yeah.
She doesn't quite have the kit, which is why my proposed changes would make her a little bit more viable. But she has been used in the past. I think she's awesome. I still think she's viable. I still think she should be used in certain comps because she does have counter matchups. But as of right now, she's weak and is probably in that kind of C tier.
That's
Okay.
crazy. How long ago was that?
that was like 6 months ago, wasn't it? 7 months ago?
Yeah, that was a
That was a
long time ago. I was
long
actually
time
like
It was like the first
watching
real,
that game.
Yeah, it was like a first real tournament.
God.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember
because I came
that.
in
August,
That was really
July.
funny.
I think I came. I started playing Smite like mid-December of 2012. So.
Oh, that was later. It had to be August, September, October,
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was August.
somewhere in there.
And I just never seen her like in any of the tournaments that I've watched like since I started
She
watching.
has not been
Yeah,
used.
they released stuff.
Thor got his tectonic rift done. Instead of it just being a wall, she
Yeah.
kind of got pushed out because he just does more damage than she does, and he has better movement.
And then he got his
Yeah, he
hammer
really
blink.
does.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
at first he didn't have the hammer blink.
Remember
Really?
the 3 days that Tectonic Rift did damage?
Oh,
Those are like the
God.
best 3 days of my life.
That was disgusting.
You just leveled it first, and it would hit for like 300 and stun people for 2 seconds.
You have
Yeah,
a
it
very
was pretty
very
bad.
sad life, Dan.
You know,
Hey,
damn, you say that, but release Squad, you still better.
oh, that was the
Yeah.
best like week of my life.
Yeah.
That week, that was like the week I started playing. That was amazing.
I did not want to play mages. I did not want to play supports. All I wanted to do was play Kali. And I played Kali every single game, except one game I got forced into Rock because someone picked Kali before me. And then they released Guan Yu, and I was still playing Kali, and my team's like, I don't want to play him, I don't want to play him. And eventually I'm like, someone has to play him because he's broken. And I didn't stop until I didn't stop playing until they nerfed him.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 3 days of just, I'm going to play Guan Yu. Because
Yeah.
you had to. And it was the greatest
Yeah.
feeling.
It was so good. If your team didn't have a Guan Yu, you lost.
Yeah, it
Like-
was just what it was.
Guan Baby 2012.
Yeah, it was just so bad. Guan's also really strong in the Hoarder matches that start at low level. Oh yeah, he can basically one-shot you with his 3 Towel Assault.
Howl.
Yeah. Tell Assault, I think, is the
Tell-
second
yeah.
strongest ability in the game at level 1. Or is it
Yeah.
third strongest?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Who's the
third
first?
strongest to technically Freya's 1 and Freya's 2. They wind up
Yeah.
doing a little bit more
so
damage.
she gets 1 and 2, like
No,
each
well,
one?
you do Freya's 1, and if you hit multiple times, it winds up doing way more damage than anyone else.
Mm.
which is why
Yeah,
you get level 3
but-
girdle on someone and then walk in with Freya at their red buff and you just go, oh, everyone's dead.
Yeah.
Oh, just like that.
Yeah.
You don't
say
actually have to
that.
click or anything. You just walk in there and suddenly everyone lays
Yeah,
down and
Yep,
dies.
that's pretty much.
Yeah, Freya's absurd in Hoarder.
Yeah.
It's absurd.
Zalor in chat is asking what was broken about Guan Yu. Guan Yu's damage for his 3 got basically cut in half, and the dash and the heal used to be on like 6-second cooldowns, which you could then
and
heal or
had
dash and
high
then reduce to
numbers.
4-second cooldowns. And
Yeah.
back then was a little bit stronger, so you can actually dash somebody, and before you'd even get to dash again, the mana would be back. So you basically had infinite mana, infinite dashes. The dashes did way more damage, and you would just kill people without even trying. It was great. It was so
Don't
fun. I
forget
love
the
it.
health buff and
Yeah,
the
and you
armor
heal
buff.
yourself to full.
Oh yeah.
Don't
Oh
remember
my.
green and yellow buffs and
Oh, green buff.
side jungle.
By the way, I have found out that if you have 10 watch kills with funeral rites on the or 9 kills, I guess, with the stacking passive on Isis, she gives you the effect of blue and old green.
Wow,
Huh.
that's neat.
Yeah, really kind of OP. But she
But
has to
that
have
means
10
9 of
kills.
your teammates have to die around you.
What? No, it happens to the enemy team.
Yeah.
Oh, it's for any gods?
It's both. It's both. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know it was on the. I didn't know it could be applied to the allied team. That's pretty cool.
Pretty sure it's both.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
cool.
read it as... Yeah, I read it as both. I read it as allies only.
Both apparently says Tuka Tank. Yeah.
For every player death she witnesses, yeah. I guess I didn't. I guess I read it, but I didn't really consider that it should be their own teammate because again, that's people dying.
You like min-maxing, I like semantics. Semantics says it's both.
We can play Magic together. We'll have the most fun.
Oh, dude, I'm down. Let's go.
Just semantics and mathematics. Like, let's go.
No,
No, there's a comma on this paragraph.
Yo, aren't some of those fucking cards
Oh
just
my
so
God,
damn
I can't deal with that.
I don't
The
even...
neckbeard level in Magic is a little bit
It's-
too high for me.
Yeah, it's pretty out there.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yes. Is there anything else that, like, any pressing Smite things? Anything about the tournaments? Like, who won last weekend?
People. Just teams.
People. Oh.
People and SK, I think, won Europe.
BLG came in second!
Woo!
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, baby.
Now they
And
just gotta
now,
work on
I mean,
getting one.
not to discredit Wurzer, who I think was getting much, much better every week. I mean, he was really transforming, but Sprayon, arguably the best mid in Europe, is now going to be going up against Sayo. And that might be a better matchup for BLG. I mean, I think they have a really good time. A really good chance to win this time. And then, of course, Victoria's Secret. I think their second place got them a little bit cocky. You saw them being very, very aggressive. I think this week they're going to come back and just be a little bit more patient, a little bit more ready to fight in certain situations because it seems like they just were caught off guard in certain situations, kind of roaming a little bit too much. So I think there's going to be a little bit of a difference. I'm expecting a lot of difference.
I really want to see Imaginary Team play again. Do you remember them?
Yes,
Imaginary
did
Team
amazingly.
Yes. It was E11 versus Imaginary Team. E11 squeaked by that first game. I mean, it was damn close. And then E11, they got wrecked by SK, didn't they? Or did they do decently?
You mean the first week?
No, the second week. It was E11 versus SK the second week, this past weekend.
SK
In the
did.
semifinal.
SK. I'm sorry. I thought you were saying Copenhagen Wolves for some reason.
No.
Because that fight was amazing, but it was very much in the favor of SK. Yes.
Okay. I thought so. Because, I mean, E11 took it down Pizza Gaming pretty well, but I'm trying to determine. I mean, Imaginary Team lost in the first round, so technically their seed is the same. But for this week, do you think we ought to seed it slightly where E11 is not facing Imaginary Team first round again?
I'm unsure. I mean, that's really up to the admin.
I know.
Yeah, that really is up to the admin.
I know,
I mean,
but, just suggestions-wise. I mean, theoretically, it should just be that they could have the same seeding and start off again. But
I
what do you
think
think?
you should be very careful with how you seed, and you should make a long thought-out decision.
right, of course. But
Then again, our EU admin is crappy, right?
yeah,
Yeah, the EU admin
he's
sucks.
terrible. They need to get that NA guy to both of them, I guess. It's obviously what needs to happen.
No,
So-
I don't think that's a good idea. I mean, the NA guys can't even find the sign-up page, so...
I don't know if that's the admin's fault.
Whoa.
So what happened on the NA side? I mean, we had Root, of course, took first place, 2-0 over Snipe Gaming, and then Curse Gaming won over Attack Fire Giant. Brandon, do you see anyone taking down Root anytime soon?
Snipe has been doing a lot of roster changes. I mean, they've been picking up a lot of people. Of course, in the past couple weeks, they picked up Iomega. NJ Nick is still kind of getting a feel for like proper team synergy. NJ Nick is an amazingly talented player, and you can see that his 1v1 is great. However, there's not a support player in this, and everyone needs to have some type of support player in themselves to be able to be good at Smite. There has to be some type of fear of your teammates dying. You always have to be watching out for your team. And NJ Nick right now, his major weakness is that he doesn't give a goddamn about anybody on his team. He's just like, oh, Kraken! Like, just YOLO's in there. And just hopes for the best. And while his 1v1 mechanics are great, he has a very, very hard time in 5v5 situations. I think once Allied can break that down and really fix that inherent issue with his teamwork, they're going to have the best chance of doing it. Curse needs Pon Pon. I'm sorry to anyone subbing in. I'm sorry to anyone who thinks they don't. Or Pon Pon is the core of that team. He always has been, even when Zap was the captain. Pon Pon needs to appear again, and until Pon Pon does, I don't see Curse going anywhere.
That's sad.
Is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, Cooper, you must go now. Or he runs away. Cooper's got to go.
You logged off of the internet.
Yes,
Yeah,
No, you logged off
you
of the
did.
internet.
What?
Your stream crashed.
Yeah.
What?
No.
Lies and fibs. It's still going according to everything that I have.
It's not.
It's back up now. It's blinking.
It's not me. How's that? I haven't had a disruption. I mean, we haven't had a drop here or anything like that. So
I mean, I'm watching the stream, man. I don't know.
I know. I'm saying that like it's Twitch. It's not me. As in, we haven't had a disruption in our talk here. Like the Google
back up,
Hangout
no
hasn't
worries.
like crashed. Anyway, so
What?
oh, I like that idea. Proposed
idea?
favor sync from Mesmerize. You spend around 11,000 favor and you get a recolor shop where you can recolor the god what you wanted to color it.
No.
What?
They have enough coding issues as is.
No.
Let's not.
I would never leave that.
Everything pink.
Ninja Kali,
No.
Ninja Loki, everything's black. Ninja, everyone's black. Ninja, you don't have a ninja costume? Shitty. Like, no.
I think it sounds cool. Oh, God. You don't like that? Oh, well. Oh, well.
I have a random question. It's like not even like related, except for it has to do with Smite. Okay, so whenever I started playing, everything had already changed. Like Soapbox used to play it back when there was like fog in the maps. And do like any of you guys miss that, or do you prefer the way it is now?
I like the bushes because now I can hide in them like they're League of Legends bushes.
Yeah.
No one can see me.
Nope, nobody can see you.
Nope.
I don't miss the fog, really.
I don't miss the fog. I hate the fog.
It was annoying.
I
I didn't like it
semblance of weather.
because it felt claustrophobic.
Really?
Yeah.
Did it make you like more paranoid?
No, I mean, it's just I didn't really like it that much. Like it claustrophobic meaning it made the game feel kind of claustrophobic. I don't know how else to put that.
Yeah.
You're great
I
at
felt more
explaining things,
exposed.
darling.
Yeah, like I don't know.
Darling. Yeah.
Other opinions?
Darling.
I never cared for the fog because I was playing on low anyway. I do miss the side jungle because doing that loop around invade was so much fun.
Yeah,
I don't
the
know.
loop
I'm
around.
kind of torn about the side jungle. Like, it was neat, but it was annoying.
I miss it,
It just felt-
entirely for that one reason. Like that's the only thing I
Yeah.
care about the jungle.
It gave certain gods way too much of an edge, I think. On sideline.
Huh, adding a nighttime to the game? How would that work? That might be interesting.
You're thinking like,
Halfway
doesn't
gets-
Dota have nighttime? Yeah,
Yeah.
Dota's got the nighttime thing with the whole, this god is stronger at night than it is during the day.
Can we say that for like a season 3 post-release mechanic? Like we don't need that yet.
I can agree with that. I don't think that's
Yeah,
really
some of
necessary.
the like you look at some of the other MOBAs and some of the gods they're releasing are really interesting and strange. And I wonder if hi-rez like looks at that and realizes that they can do crazy stuff too, and even more so in some categories.
Yeah.
You know the only problem I have with hi-rez as of right now in the direction they're going, it seems that they're moving away from just flat out unique and going with more stacking effects upon effects upon effects into skills. Because between, Isis's skills and now the data mining for Athena, have you actually looked at the data mining for Athena's ult? Because there's a lot of shit
I
on
haven't.
that. Like, it's just, I like unique, but just, you don't have to put 3 or 4 effects on every skill.
Yeah, it makes it, I don't know, busy.
Overly
Busy,
complicated.
and that's where we get a lot of the problems with this game having too much CC. It's that, you have these abilities and you're making them do multiple things and whatnot, and what's the easiest way to add some depth to an ability? Let's give it some form of CC. Like, it's getting to the point where it's just too much.
That's why I really like Nasha, because Nasha has basically no CC. I mean, the sash is like a tiny stun, but you basically just use it to get in there. And there's a slow on the ring. But aside from that, I mean, the only CC that she really could be considered to have is the Dragon Ball Z attack that she has. But that takes both of you out of the fight completely. So she doesn't really have like a hard CC. And whenever you use that ult, you wind up killing yourself anyway, because 4 enemies when you land, like, yeah, we saw you go up there. Like,
I see you up there.
you didn't go high enough,
Best
baby girl.
Poor Nasha ever.
As Fenrir goes, I see you. I see you. There we go. Okay, so who agrees that Dr. Claw is the voice for Fenrir? I'll get you next time, Gadget. That's
Oh my
totally how
gosh,
Fenrir sounds.
it's so him!
That's pretty
No joke, that's him! How old
Yeah.
that guy's gotta be, like, dead by now, though.
Oh, that's rude.
What? It was...
The old dead
Forever
guys
ago.
isn't quite as bad as dead puppies, I don't think.
Yeah, we're talking about dead guys and dead puppies. Thank you for joining us on Beyond the Rift with Smitten, everybody.
Yeah.
Were we talking about Death
Smitten.
Speaking
Yes.
of that,
What?
should we go back with the name Beyond the Rift?
I don't know, I was just commenting.
Oh, everybody's saying my name is freaking me out.
No, I said speaking of that,
Fucking
not
right.
Smitten.
I think
What?
she's
I have
claustrophobic.
nothing to do with the stream crashing.
You keep
Yeah, it's not our
crashing
fault.
It's all your fault.
Yeah. It's a thing.
Listen, just because you had like 70 viewers, Demon, doesn't mean you get to steal 70 souls. Stop. Stop trying.
Wait,
The stream
it
is
went
that
from
way.
70 to 2? Wow, what did you do?
You tried to steal all their souls. Stop that.
Is it back up yet?
Yeah?
Dead puppies, dead people, dead stream.
Oh, that's awesome.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, it's just Twitch, because we're not having any internet issues amongst this conversation. It's just like, we're sitting here talking, and somebody's like, oh, the stream's down, and we're like, oh, what do we do?
We're sad. Now.
So, all right, well, I think we need to wrap this episode up. And then we can just get on to the after show and doing whatever the hell we feel like. So I guess since Smitten was the last in, she'll be last. Brandon, do you have any shout-outs or anything you would like us to tell us? Places to follow you at, places to find you when you're not here, because we love it when you're here, etc., stuff like that.
Nope.
Do you
Nope,
have
okay.
anything you would like us to tell us?
Yes.
No, nothing? Alright.
Nothing you'd like us to tell
You can
us.
find DMbrandon on the weekend.
Yes,
Yeah.
you can. Make sure to watch the EU tournaments, guys.
Yes. The EU tournaments are much more exciting, I think.
That's how I
Yeah,
love waking up
fair.
from a hangover.
Don't drink, it's bad for you.
Yeah, and big
Yeah.
props to Brandon and myself and Dry Bear especially for waking
Throw
up so
himself in there, this
fucking
guy.
early
To do those
all that
tournaments,
stuff
man.
at that time. Because, I mean, it's 3 in the afternoon when it starts for them, but it's 9 in the morning and 6 in the morning for Dry Bear.
6 in the morning for Dry Bear.
I mean, he's up
Yeah,
and
that's pretty
casting
harsh.
on stream at 6 a.m.
Man.
So,
6
Or
a.m.
he's a robot.
We're usually ready like 15 or 20 minutes before that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Diem stopped
It's
talking for
done.
some reason
Yeah,
because he
you-
must be typing at the same time.
He's a robot.
Sorry about that. I was typing. Dry Bear gets up at like 5 a.m. to do these tournaments. So
Yeah.
major shout outs to Dry Bear. He really puts the work in.
And he typed again.
Yeah, he does.
I'm not even kidding. That like Google Hangouts is just like, oh, we detect that you're typing. We'll mute you for you. And it's like, thanks. You
Nobody
can't-
wants to hear your clackety clackety.
You can't turn it off either.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I'm
Yeah, you
serious.
can't turn off that feature.
I've never used this before.
Yeah, it's useful. Other than that, it's the only downfall of this program. Anyway,
That nobody uses it.
yeah. No, that you can't turn off that feature. Other than the fact that nobody uses it. Anyway,
Yeah, a lot of people use it. It's a really convenient group chat thing if you're not looking for excellent video quality.
yeah. Well, I think the downgrade video quality is the upgrade for the stability because it's not trying to pipe so much
Yeah.
information. But anyway, Scytheman, where can we find you? Oh wait, we can find you on Smite now. Awesome.
Oh yeah, that's
What?
not the only place though, because that's all I do now.
Yeah.
I
all he
have
does
to not suck. Diem almost beat me the other day. This is not acceptable.
He said almost. Yo.
I said, "Hey, you died, oh." That's all I got to say. Oh, you okay? All you want?
Okay.
Just saying, I blew my Hevo ult into a wall, and you still died. You died to that.
he just
You
ulted.
died to a,
We were like
you died to
we
the
were like
guy
mid
who-
lane, like tower to tower, like nowhere near each other, and I see him go over to like behind my red buff, and then he's like coming out, and he just ults into the side of the wall, and I just whisper him like, "What?" He's like, "Don't talk to me."
Boys,
I gave you the straight answer. I fat fingered the hell out of that. Dude, that wall looked at me funny. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, if
Was that
Mesmer
not
says
right?
if anybody needs an intro for a stream or YouTube, he is good for $25. He's cheap.
Yeah, he is. He is.
All right, Smitten, what do you got to say? Anything you want to tell us about before we go?
Tell you about
Where we can find you or things like that?
where you can find me, like in this chair.
Cool.
I've never done the sign outs.
Okay.
Yeah.
If we were going to look for stuff with Smitten, where would we look?
Follow the trail of the dead.
Dead puppies.
Probably.
Dead puppies, dead bodies. Yeah. You'll find her.
Eventually.
She will be there.
And apparently the dead body since she likes zombie shows. And
What?
claims
Yeah.
they don't like enough. They lack dead bodies. So.
More death.
Yeah. I mean, you're the one that was arguing that Walking Dead didn't have enough dead bodies in season two.
No. Okay. No.
Okay,
We will have this conversation
we'll
later.
talk about this after we'll just log off
Yes.
the show real quick
Okay.
and then we'll take about afterwards.
Yeah. Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook. Gang First Gaming.
Good. All right, Revel.
There you go.
Do you have anything else you want to say?
Yeah, check us out at BL Gaming. We're working on some really cool new stuff for you guys, and we are starting to stream a lot more. Our teams are excellent. BLG.NA is about to break back out onto the scene. I mean, we've got a lot of really cool stuff coming up.
Strong word.
I would also like to say that I stream
Okay.
Wait.
Go. Okay, go.
Fine.
Go.
I stream from noon to 3 in the afternoon, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So every day except for Tuesday and the weekend.
What are you doing on Tuesday?
That's my day off.
Right? That is such an odd day to have on.
Yeah. who
Because
picks
I do
Tuesday?
I watch the tournaments on Saturday, and then I run a tournament on Sunday. So those 2 days I am totally unavailable to my family. And then Monday I do streaming and work, and then Tuesday I have a day
Friday?
off to do other stuff, and then Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday I do streaming and work.
That's,
Yep.
So I technically take off one day when I should, like do two. And I kind
Shout
of
out to anyone who
Yeah,
actually
because
caught
you work
anything
from
that
home and
Demon
play
just said.
games all day. Because you poor baby.
I know. It's not just play games.
God.
Oh, I hear hate. I hear hate is.
Oh, there's hate there. Yeah.
Oh, God.
I know he does work. But, yeah, so in response to Scytheman, I thought it's like soon BLG.NA will be oozing back onto the scene.
Yeah.
That
This
sounds terrible.
Can we go with like weaseling? Can we just weasel our
Wiggling?
way in there?
Noodling in.
You're weaseling it?
Noodling. Oh god.
You can
This
play.
conversation's getting really
You
weird.
can play Outquong. Yeah, we'll be forced in there.
Hi,
Yeah.
it's zombie lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, so check us out at blgaming.com and follow the stream. You got we always have a really great time on stream. And
All right.
check us out in game. Friend us.
And if you're
Our
watching
names
this
are
on the
below.
VOD, we stream Thursday nights at 9 Eastern. There we go. We're done. Congratulations!